Hello and welcome back to the Bronx Journal, more specifically our special episode, Cuisines of the Bronx. My next guest is Avram Klein, owner of Carlos and Gabby's Glatt Kosher Mexican Grill on Riverdale Avenue. And Mr. Klein is here to tell us about why customers show up for a unique dining experience rarely seen in the borough of the Bronx. Avram, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Jamie. Good to be here.
Now, the first location of Carlos and Gabby's actually was in Lawrence,
Correct.
out on Long Island, the five-town section of Long Island. Can you tell us a little bit about what's prompted the opening of the first location, when that happened, and what the inspiration was?
The Lawrence location opened about 7.5 years ago in a very small 1,000-foot establishment. Mm-hmm. Surely enough, the demand was great. A line out the door, around the corner, and we had no room to compensate for it. About 6 months later, we opened up a facility that seats now over 100. Shortly thereafter, the Brooklyn store was franchised, and the Queens location opened, and then my store opened, and now we even have a concession in Madison Square Garden.
And when did in the Riverdale section is where where the Bronx location is?
Right.
And what was ultimately the decision to open in Riverdale?
Riverdale has a unique character. It's a very charming neighborhood, but more importantly, Riverdale is a very central location. You're 15 minutes from New Jersey, 15 minutes from Westchester, you're 15 minutes from Washington Heights, but more importantly, it's an evolving Jewish young community that could sustain this type of establishment.
And how long has that location been open?
We've been open for about 2.5 years now. Mm-hmm. So thank God all's going well.
Carlos and Gabby's is under, and it being in a kind of a large Jewish populated neighborhood, it's under strict supervision of the VOD of Riverdale.
Right.
And can you tell us a little bit about what constitutes a passing grade?
Right. Well, the VOD of Riverdale is our rabbinic supervision. They send someone in daily to make the appropriate checks to make sure that our ingredients are upheld to the most kosher dietary laws, that our lettuce is washed, that there's no insects in any of our produce. And they also make sure that our meats and all the rest of our ingredients come from vendors who also have a very strict, supervision, rabbinical supervision.
I see right here that we have a couple of what appear to be some delicious-looking appetizers.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us a little bit about what we're looking at and what sooner or later you're going to have to hold my hands back from grabbing because it looks really too good?
Well, right here you have a Pastrami King Toquito. It's a flour-filled tortilla with eggs, pastrami, caramelized onion, wrapped, deep fried. What could be better? It's accompanied by a homemade honey Dijon sauce. And then over there right in front of you, you have probably our most coveted item in the restaurant. It's our buffalo fingers, cornflake breaded chicken fingers, just like the cereal, with also a house-made avocado ranch, which is also probably our best seller.
Wow. So would you consider that these are two of your more popular dishes, even though they're
Absolutely.
appetizers?
These are two, across the board, some of the most popular items.
As far as your customers, would you say that it's comprised mostly of Jews that are, I guess for lack of a better term, like Ashkenazi, or Jews that would hail from like more of a Sephardic background, maybe Mexican Jews or Spanish Jews?
Believe it or not, our menu is so diverse. We have everything from, as you see, fingers, wings, burgers, wraps, to tacos, burritos, fajitas. And that also represents, the type of people that come into our establishment. Not only do we have Jews, we have non-Jews, people who just enjoy fresh-made food daily, people who really treasure handmade food, and that's what we offer. We offer at a competitive price, and we offer a great experience.
So it's a little bit of everything for a little bit of everybody. All
exactly.
As long as they enjoy, what we're seeing here, done in the way that it's
absolutely
to do it. You offer any kind of online ordering or catering?
We are currently under construction for an app, which is going to have the online ordering. Catering, we do a ton of. We even cater to the faculty here at Lehman College, but we cater to all the nursing homes, rehab centers, hospitals, law firms, accounting firms, you name it. People are constantly, constantly having our food. We ship all over the tri-state area. So, yeah, we cater all over the place.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
Would you say that the staff gets along with each other?
Our staff's great. They really epitomize teamwork. They always greet everyone with a smile, real upbeat group of people. So yeah, it's great atmosphere.
Yeah, I would say the last couple of times that I've come inside, even when it's busy, everybody seems to have a good grip on what their job is.
Yeah,
whether
it's
the kitchen
important.
or-
I really emphasize that as busy it is, that's only a good thing. They love our service, they love the food that we provide, and they just have to remain calm and know that everything will get done and that they're going to give every customer the service they expect.
And how many are currently employed at the Riverdale location?
We have about 20 employees across the board.
Yeah. There's there's a credo. It's part of the business approach that the Olive Garden takes. It's part of their advertisements. I'm sure we're all familiar with it.
Sure.
That when they say that when you're here, you're family.
Right.
So by that rationale, would you say that when you're at Carlos and Gabby's, you're mishpacha?
Mishpacha. Well, for everyone who doesn't know, mishpacha is the Hebrew word for family. Yeah, when you come to Carlos and Gabby's, you are family. You get treated like family. You get served food with the love that a family member deserves. So when you come in, yeah, we're going to give you that extra little care.
Are there any plans for further expansion? Maybe to other neighborhoods, other parts of the Bronx, possibly?
We're always exploring other ideas, always looking at different locations, seeing what's viable, especially in these economic times. Right now, nothing's on the board, but we're always looking.
Would you say that the kitchen is able to accommodate people that have a late night craving? Is the kitchen open fairly late?
We're open till 10 p.m. So it's not that late, but you know, 10 o'clock if you still want something good fried, not fried, even something healthy, grilled chicken wrap, we're there for you. We're there to accommodate. We have local delivery. So just give us a call. We'll be there for you.
Are there any plans for outdoor seating?
Outdoor seating, unfortunately, we're in a location where it doesn't really provide the opportunity for outdoor seating. We're right in front of that bus stop on Riverdale Avenue next to the school, so it's a little congested area. But right now, we see comfortably 45 people indoors, and that's what we have to work with. So at times a little difficult, but we make it work.
Getting back to your customer base for a second, I'm sure, and maybe there might be some or more or less would agree with me on this, that there could be a misconception when it comes to Mexican food being presented in a kosher way.
Mm-hmm.
So just wondering, would there be any people that would frequent your establishment that even maybe you could tell that they were enjoying their meal, but they were just kind of put off. Maybe they had some preconceptions because, oh, this is Glatt Kosher Mexican. I've never heard of this.
Right.
I'm a little apprehensive.
Well, some people come in, they're not exactly sure what kosher really means. They don't understand that since we're a kosher meat restaurant, we cannot have any dairy products in our establishment. So they're like, oh, you don't have any cheese in your quesadillas? Well, there are substitutes that we have. They may not be as tasty, but they are there for textural purposes, consistency purposes, and everything nowadays is an interpretation of a dish. So not everything is made that you're going to find, somewhere else. Everything is changed up a bit in our store. We do things differently, and that's part of the excitement you get when you come into our store. So you're never going to find cornflakes on chicken fingers.
Definitely
I don't
not.
think so, but you should try it.
Would you say that there's any time in a year where you notice a decline in like a decline in business?
Sure.
Like maybe during the winter months?
Winter months for us are actually very busy. The summer months in Riverdale would be our slowest. We're next to the local yeshiva high school. So when the school's out, parents are away, and all the families are away for the summer, that's when it typically begins to, is a slow period for us, leading into the Jewish holidays. Those are our slow periods. But during fall through spring, it's pretty busy.
So let me ask, in the last couple of months or so, or just in the given amount of time that the Riverdale location's been open for business, would you say that a lot of repeat business comes from good word of mouth?
Absolutely, and that's every business, not just restaurants, but word of mouth is by far the most effective way to get your name out there, to get people back in your doors. Just the pleasurable experience of coming, to our establishment. That's all we can ask for. Because I guarantee you someone's either going to Facebook, tweet it, or even more importantly, directly speak to someone and relay the message that they had some great food at Carlos and Gabby's Riverdale.
I was a business owner myself before the whole social media revolution took place. Right. And it was not as a restaurateur, it was in a totally different industry. I catered to construction companies, and I sold a specialty line of diamond tooling equipment. And it was an industry that was heavily advertised, but I can be the first to tell you that even if I couldn't sell to everybody, the customers that I enjoyed dealing with the most and who always had a smile on their face when they came to see me was all through referrals, all through good word of mouth. That, you know, hey, this person has a line of tooling where the segments don't break off, they actually do the job right. So it's a little bit different, but the principle is the same.
Exactly, sure.
So having said that, would you say that you have any advice for up-and-coming restaurants in the current economic climate that we have?
The advice I give for restaurants that are coming up are just serve good food, have great customer service. Those are your two primary reasons why people come back into your doors. With those two, options, you can't fail, and also you can't be really expensive. Unless you're a fine dining restaurant like us, we make it affordable for our customers. We really make sure that they can come in, we're not going to break their bank, and that they're going to have a great time, and they're going to come back and they're going to know that they're going to have a great meal at such a great price.
And what are your hours for each day?
Sunday through Thursday, we're open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Mm-hmm. Fridays, we close early for the Sabbath. And then Saturday nights in the fall and winter, we open after the Sabbath concludes. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a tricky schedule, but people catch on.
Well, it sounds to me like you're running a tight ship, albeit a tight Glatt Kosher ship. And the next time that I come in, I'm eager to try a few dishes that heretofore I've not found in any Mexican restaurant.
Well, I hope you come in soon.
So, Avram, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, Jamie, for having me.
The restaurant is called Carlos and Gabby's, and the experience is nothing short of spectacular. We'll be back with more of the Bronx Journal. I'm Jamie Blair.